What's up, folks? I am walking again outside, and it's a nice sunny day, actually. It's pretty nice. Um, and reason why I'm walking is because I'm trying to see if I could help cure or minimize my AFib episodes. I've been reading a lot of things, and they said that exercise, just like when you have heart attacks or to prevent heart attacks or other cardiovascular issues, is a big deal, exercise and diet. So that's why I've been trying to do. There was a study that actually said that while they're waiting to get ablation in Australia, that people started losing weight and it helped reduce their AFib episodes or actually stop them. So that's what I'm doing. But the one thing I thought about was diet too, right? Diet and exercise is always what the doctor says, right? Eat an apple a day, keep the doctor away, things like that. So one of the big exercises that someone actually suggested to me, and but they weren't aware of all my situations, but was carnivore diet. I don't know if you've heard of carnivore diet. So let's step back a little bit. I want to say 20 years ago. It's been a while. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Atkins diet. So Atkins diet came out. He was a doctor, Dr. Atkins, and he was saying, hey, you gotta have, a more stricter diet, cleaner diet. Uh, cut down on your carbs, start eating more proteins, even bacon. So people are like, bacon, you're going to eat bacon, it's fat and everything. And how can that be good for you and stuff like that, healthy for you? There was a lot of fight back, stuff like that. But Atkins was still popular and they started selling their stuff, marketing, I'm sure it's a marketing thing too. So the next popular thing, they started coming out with paleo, right? Paleo, like caveman style, eat more nuts, eat things which you gather, things like that. So you would eat that kind of food, probably a little bit more meat. And then a few years later, it was the keto diet, right? Keto diet, and then that was even more fine tuned. You still could have some carbs, I believe, or at least vegetables and fruits. And with that one, they try to focus with fasting too. So that way you would go into what they call ketosis. So that's where Keto comes from, and basically you would burn your body would burn the fat stored in your body instead of the food that you ate, because you would eat it first and then it would just burn that, then you're not going to have any results, right? Any changes. So it's going to get into your stored fats and get rid of that and then make you healthy. So keto diet was really popular. But then I noticed, like I said, someone introduced me to it or suggested it to me, was the carnivore diet. So the carnivore diet is like super, super strict, zero carb, zero carbs, no fruit, no vegetables, uh, no, if you can, some people do with no coffee. Basically, the intake to drink is water. You could drink, seltzer water, bubbly water, but no sugar, no sweet water, uh, Coke, even Diet Coke or anything like that. And then so that was your beverage. And as far as food, it's basically meat, poultry, red meats, poultry, and seafood. So carnivore sounds like just meat only, but I guess they added seafood maybe to make it a little bit wider. So you can eat your shrimp, your lobster, whatever, and then chicken, and then your red meat, bacon. But I noticed that ground beef, and I noticed that you can have like whatever you wanted, like as much saturated fat as you want. I even seen people eat sticks of butter, which is crazy. They're eating sticks of butter, and it makes you go, okay, they're eating sticks of butter. How is that going to be healthy? And there's a few doctors that say that it actually works. And so the benefits they're saying, let's go over the benefits, I should say. One of the benefits is like, first of all, it does create weight loss because it's a calorie deficit. Since it doesn't have carbs in the system, it's going to go for your stored body fat. It's not going to go for your protein. And the protein that you eat is supposed to go into your muscles, right? That's one thing. They're saying that helps with brain fog. So you're kind of like not really thinking great. It's supposed to help clear your mind. Another benefit they're saying is um, I'm going through brain fog. But anyways, the other thing besides brain fog is energy. So they said at first, of course, the diet will be kind of hard, but you can have tons of energy, right? No, I guess sugar drops, sugar come down, sugar highs and sugar lows because you don't have any sugar in your system. Another thing is that people are claiming autoimmune system uh, helps their autoimmune, whether it's diabetes, whether it's what's this, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, just any type of immune autoimmune disease. They said that it's helped either eliminate it or reduce it or the episodes of it. So it sounds good and cool, but you gotta think about it. Like when I see somebody eat butter, does that really make sense? You know? And then the argument would be, or the carnivore dieters would say that your body needs cholesterol and your brain needs cholesterol. But then the scientists, the doctors I've seen, the search that I've seen, saying that your body creates its own cholesterol. Your brain cells create cholesterol. Your whatever needs the cholesterol creates its own cholesterol. So you don't need to have added cholesterol. And in the sense of it, that's where you could get the issue with I hope I'm spelling or pronouncing it right. Arterial sclerosis was basically the plaque buildup in your arteries and veins that clog it, and that can get a heart attack or stroke. So, there's some people that have been doing it long term, and when I mean long term, a few years, I don't mean like decades. And they're saying, it works, but it's hard for me to believe, especially I don't have a gallbladder, so now I have more problems with my body breaking down fats. So now I'd have to eat more lean meat, but it seems like the carnivore diet's focusing on more fatty meats, especially again, people are literally eating sticks of butter and unsaturated or saturated fats. Oh, another thing I forgot to add is eggs. They could eat as many eggs as they want. So that's another thing in there. And heavy cream, that's a possibility. However, those are high fat stuff, right? High cholesterol stuff. Some's good cholesterol, some's bad, right? HDL, LDL. But it just makes you think like, okay, how does that work? But going back to me, since I have no gallbladder, fats I gotta really watch out. I've eaten some really fatty stuff sometimes, and it's really not been agreeable with me. However, I'm able to eat some fats, so I'm not totally like can't avoid it. I have to avoid it, but that's not for everybody. So it just makes you wonder, like people are promoting it, people are talking about it, and they're making a thing about it, but it's like it just sounds, like really hard to believe that it's going to really do anything. Obviously, short term, I don't disagree short term, but long term, I just don't know how safe it's going to be. So I ask you, if you're on this diet, carnivore diet, and you have AFib, and you don't have a gallbladder, let me know if it's worked for you. That's actually why I'm saying that. But look into it. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just trying to be a person trying to get healthy. And it just seems a little bit odd, but doesn't mean it's wrong or right. It's just odd, but everything, science has been odd. You think about it, hundreds of years ago, someone said the world was flat. Someone said everything revolved around the earth. Not long ago, I grew up with 9 planets in the solar system, in our solar system. And now there's 8. Pluto's not a planet. And I was like, what happened to this? So science does change. So I'm just saying, what's your testimony? What's your experience? All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Post below with those comments I asked. Thanks.